Hey guys, this is Wanda the Traveling Dachi coming right at you from Costa Rica. In today's video, we're gonna discuss the hot topic, San Jose. Worth a visit or skip it? If you're new to this channel, I'm a Dutch expat. I've been living in Costa Rica for the last 17 years. And with my channel, I'd like to help anybody looking to travel to Costa Rica, live in Costa Rica, or travel and work online. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you receive a notification every time I upload a new video. That was a mouthful. Let's get into it, you guys. So first of all, maybe it's important to know that I have been living in and around San Jose for the last 17 years. I also co-own a travel company. So for the last 17 years, I have been giving tips and advice to our clients that travel to Costa Rica, whether to skip San Jose or not. So here's the situation. I'm sure you've all been on these Facebook groups about travel to Costa Rica. And if you say anything negative about San Jose, of course you will find many people saying, but San Jose has this to offer and this and this. Yes, I am aware San Jose has a lot to offer. I've lived here for 17 years, and yes, of course I can say positive things about San Jose, but my advice is for the travelers that come to Costa Rica for the first or second time and have very limited time, like anywhere from 7 days to 2 weeks. And if you come from, let's say the United States or Canada, and your flight is not too far, meaning, you don't have to spend much time in San Jose to recover from a jet lag or anything like that, I would say skip it. Skip San Jose. And this is why. First, I want to tell you something though. When I came here 17 years ago, I knew 1 month prior before moving that I was going to move here. And of course I did, I was so excited because I had a job offer in tourism that brought me here, and I was so excited. So I did my research on, oh my God, what is San Jose like? And I'll never forget that I read that this article actually said San Jose is one of the top 5 ugliest cities in the world. I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, really? But then, my personality was, well, I'm going to make the best of it, because at the end of the day, it's Costa Rica. And the entire country is absolutely gorgeous. With that being said, when I came here, I came with very low expectations of San Jose. And so driving through it, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But yeah, it's not a beautiful city, sadly. City planning is something that doesn't happen in San Jose. And sadly, because the Spanish Empire didn't find Costa Rica or San Jose that important. Actually, San Jose wasn't the capital back then, but you won't find any beautiful colonial buildings. There's a handful of okay-ish buildings that look sort of beautiful, but by all means, if you have limited time, it is not worth spending time in San Jose. Sure, there's a jade museum, there's a gold museum, there's some here and there interesting things to visit, but again, not if you have limited time, because the rest of the country, it is extremely beautiful, and I wouldn't want for you to miss out on something spectacular for something okay-ish, mediocre-ish in San Jose, you know what I mean? I mean, just then, okay, come back to Costa Rica and then maybe spend a couple of nights in San Jose, and I'll have great tips on what to do and what to see, but it's not as spectacular as the rest. I have traveled over 40 different countries in the world, and Costa Rica is by far my favorite. It's paradise. It has so many different microclimates that it gives so many different landscapes. So even driving an hour and a half has you being in completely different surroundings. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it has, for each person, it has something to offer. Why do I say that? It's because, some people, they just want beach. Costa Rica has it. The Pacific side and the Caribbean side, completely different vibes on either side. If you want adventure, oh my God, like the Arenal area in Monteverde, or two areas I could just mention, that are very popular, and then a little bit more off the beaten track. I would visit the Rinco de la Vieja area and Rio Celeste, and there's a lot of adventure activities there as well. Nature lovers, I mean, oh my God, the nature is absolutely to die for. And wildlife lovers, wildlife, if you are really into wildlife, go down south, Osa Peninsula, absolutely gorgeous. It was actually, National Geographic actually mentioned that the Osa Peninsula is the most biodiverse, no, one of the most biodiverse places on earth. So that says something, right? So back to San Jose. If you come from Europe, if you come from far and you have a long flight, of course, stay your first night in San Jose and sleep it off and, you know, like explore town a little bit. But keep in mind, you also want to be careful in downtown San Jose, because sadly in downtown San Jose, you know, if you're gonna walk around and flash up like your watch and your jewelry, especially at night, just don't walk there, don't do it. So that for me is a really big reason, you know, to skip San Jose altogether. I do have to say, in the 17 years that I've lived here, and of course I'm in San Jose a lot, especially recently, because one of my friends actually lives in San Jose downtown, so we go to the National Theater, we go to Esquinas de Buenos Aires, like there's some restaurants in that area that I'll go to, but I will never walk. I will never walk. Sadly, not that long ago, 2 months ago, we had clients that insisted on staying in San Jose. In the end, I always say, you do what you want to do. I'm just here to give advice, and of course, it is up to you to take it or leave it. That is totally fine. Sadly, though, they were a group of 3 people, and they were walking downtown in pure daylight, but the lady had like a nice necklace, and she got bucked. She like, it was grabbed of her neck, and luckily nobody got hurt. It's just something that happens, and yeah, you need to take that into consideration. So anyhow, long story short, San Jose, Costa Rica, worth it or skip it? I'd say skip it. All right. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Check out my other videos. I have 200 videos on Costa Rica living, Costa Rica travel. Subscribe, click the bell icon. I want to thank you for watching and hopefully see you in the next video. Ciao from Costa Rica. Pura vida.